Hello and welcome to another installment of the Smart Recovery Tips and Tools. Today we're going to talk about the cost-benefit analysis for families and friends. Weighing the pros and cons. Choose a way of responding to your loved ones. For example, yelling, avoiding, nagging, that you're thinking about changing. Make it specific. For example, waking up my partner after she or he has been partying all night so that she or he doesn't oversleep and miss work. List all the advantages of continuing that behavior and all the disadvantages of continuing that behavior. Then do the reverse. That is, list all the advantages of ceasing that behavior and all the disadvantages of ceasing that behavior. It can help to label each item either short-term or long-term. So here is the cost-benefit analysis worksheet. And I'm going to go through it so it gives you an example. On this worksheet, you'll see 4 quadrants. For the very top, it's the advantages means benefit and rewards. On the other side, disadvantages, costs, and risks of continuing your behavior. So you list them all of the advantages and benefits. My loved one stays safe. My loved one doesn't yell at me. I'm a good friend or parent. When you're doing this exercise, write as many as you can. I'm just giving you some examples today. Now we work to the disadvantages, means costs and risks of continuing that behavior. My loved one continues their addictive behavior. My health will continue to go downhill. My loved one might be homeless if you continue your behavior now. Now let's work on ceasing that behavior. What's some advantages, means benefits and rewards? My health will improve. My loved one will take responsibility for their addictive behaviors. I will take responsibility for my life. Some of the disadvantages of costs and risks of ceasing that behavior. My loved one might yell at me. I may lose connection with my loved one. You can continue and add to this cost-benefit analysis that may help you continue changing your behaviors. Now, label each item either short-term or long-term. Then ask yourself, is there a pattern showing up on this cost-benefit analysis? Really look deep in it. Some homework. Grab a piece of paper to do a change plan worksheet. And let's get started. Number 1, the changes I want to make is. Number 2, the most important reason why I want to make these changes are. Number 3, the steps I plan to take in changing are. Number 4, the way other people can help me are. It could be a person, possibly a way to help me. Number 5, I will know my plan is working if. Number 6, some things that could interfere with my plans are. Number 7, how important is this to make these changes? Now, what I want you to put a scale, not at all important or most important. Write it down, circle it, get a piece of paper and really digest this. How confident am I can make these changes? Again, not confident or very confident, from 1 to 10. When you are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This is Viktor Frankl. Some additional resources for families and friends. One of the most common mistakes people make is focusing on whether they are strong enough to change rather than specific methods of coping. It's like trying to ride a bike. You make mistakes and learn, and you don't give up if you don't immediately find your balance. If the bicycle is missing a wheel or is otherwise broken, then it's required fixing. Simply willing it to work is not going to help you ride. Alan Marrett. You can look at these processes as your own recovery, as you are working towards recovering a healthy relationship with your loved one and a happier and healthier life for yourself. You can also use the stages of change to appreciate how complicated change is for your loved one, and maybe it can give you a better understanding of where your loved one is in the change process. Let's go back to the analogy of learning to ride a bike and compare that to the action stage of change. Did you ride in a perfectly straight, steady line the first time you rode a bike? Or were you wobbly at first? Did you ever ride without ever falling? Or did it take you a while to learn how much of your attention was really required to keep that bike straight and steady? Were you able to somehow see each and every hole on the path and skillfully maneuver around them from the very first time you started riding? Or did it take you a while to learn which of the paths in your neighborhood had potholes? Write down as many ideas as you can. So ask yourself, is it reasonable to expect your loved one to quit using in one day and become perfectly healthy and happy overnight? The stage of change applies to you as well. Is it reasonable to expect that you will get your loved one sober and attend these meetings, Smart Recovery meetings, and find that you begin to enjoy a perfectly balanced life immediately? Is it reasonable to expect that you will begin having a perfect conversation with your loved one immediately? Is it reasonable to expect to find the definitive response to your loved one using behavior that really gets their attention and makes them realize that they need to change? Or is it more likely that you won't master things the first time you try it? That you also will go through a period of learning by trial and error, what works well and what doesn't work. Understanding our loved ones can help us manage our expectation, which should lead to less volatile emotions. Somehow, when we're prepared for the possibility of something happening, we're not quite so caught up by surprise. We can keep a cooler head and be in a better position to act in a helpful manner. Recognize that if you want to feel differently, and SMART is here for you, not for your loved one, for you. If you want things to be better and different, you will have to change some of the things in your life. But with the present attention and effort, things will get better. No one here will tell you that there is anything easy about recovery, but they will tell you that it is worth it. So look forward to the next Families and Friends video, Self-Care, Self-Reward of the Families and Friends. Everybody have a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now.